In the haunting shadows of existence, where the echoes of despair resonate, we find ourselves pondering the enigma of reality. In this realm of endless questions, we seek to unravel the tapestry of what we perceive as truth. Are we mere spectators in a universe of illusions, or architects of the reality we experience? A journey that challenges the very essence of our understanding of existence. We start by diving into the profound question that has captivated philosophers and scientists alike. Is the reality we perceive actually independent of our consciousness? This inquiry takes us from the ancient philosophical schools, where thinkers like Plato contemplated a world beyond sensory perception, to the modern corridors of quantum physics, suggesting that our observation might indeed shape the reality we witness. As we traverse this enigmatic landscape, we confront the elusive nature of objective reality. Is there a single, unalterable truth, or is reality a mosaic crafted by our collective perceptions and experiences? At the core of our exploration is the human brain, a marvel of evolution and a master architect of our perceived world. Neuroscience has unveiled that our brains are far more than mere receivers of external stimuli. They are creators of the world we experience. Every sensory input, every neural signal, contributes to the intricate tapestry of our perceived reality. This realization leads us to ponder. If our brains are constructing what we perceive as reality, what lies beyond this constructed realm? Are there dimensions of existence that our current cognitive abilities cannot fathom? Our odyssey doesn't stop there. We delve into the historical evolution of these ideas, examining how great minds from Descartes, who asserted the primacy of consciousness in cogito ergo sum, to contemporary theorists discussing the possibilities of a simulated reality, have shaped our understanding of existence. We explore groundbreaking theories in physics, like string theory, that paint a picture of a universe far more interconnected and less materially bound than we ever imagined. And we consider how these concepts are reshaped in the age of artificial intelligence and virtual realities, challenging our conventional notions of what it means to be real. Throughout history, philosophers have debated the nature of reality. Plato, a famous Greek philosopher, introduced the allegory of the cave, suggesting that our perception of reality is like seeing shadows on a cave wall, far from the true form of things. Fast forward to René Descartes, who famously said, "I think, therefore I am," implying that the only certainty is our consciousness. In more recent times, the debate continues. Philosophers like Immanuel Kant argue that while a reality exists independently of us, our understanding of it is filtered through our senses and mind, shaping a subjective experience. This means that our personal, subjective realities might be vastly different from an objective, absolute reality, if such a thing even exists. Think about how this plays out in everyday life. Each of us experiences the world through our own lens, influenced by our personal experiences, culture, and beliefs. Your joy might be another's sorrow. Your up might be another's down. This shows that reality as we experience it is deeply personal and subjective. But does this challenge the idea of an objective, unchanging reality? Some modern thinkers say yes. They argue that what we call reality is actually a construct of our perceptions, influenced and molded by the unique wiring of our brains and the culture we live in. Our perception plays a crucial role in shaping our reality. For instance, color. What I see as red might not be the same as what you see as red. We can agree on the wavelength, but the experience? That's subjective. And it's not just about sight. It's about all our senses and even our emotional and cognitive interpretations. Consider how technology and media shape our view of reality. The news we consume, the social media algorithms, they all filter and alter our perception of the world, sometimes creating echo chambers that reinforce our subjective reality. So, what does this mean for us? Understanding the subjective nature of reality encourages us to be more open-minded and empathetic. It challenges us to consider perspectives outside our own and recognize that what we perceive as real is just one version of a much larger, more complex story. Quantum physics, a field that may seem daunting, holds the key to unlocking some of the universe's deepest mysteries. At its core, quantum physics studies the behavior of the smallest particles in the universe, things like electrons and photons. It's a world where the rules of classical physics, like those set out by Isaac Newton, don't always apply. Here, particles can exist in multiple states at once, a concept known as superposition. One of the most mind-bending ideas in quantum physics is Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. It tells us that the more precisely we know the position of a particle, the less we know about its momentum and vice versa. This uncertainty challenges the idea of a fixed, predictable reality, suggesting that at a fundamental level, nature is inherently unpredictable. Another intriguing concept is quantum entanglement. When particles become entangled, the state of one instantly influences the other, no matter the distance separating them. This phenomenon, which Einstein called spooky action at a distance, hints at a level of interconnectedness in the universe that defies our conventional understanding of space and time. Then there's the observer effect, famously illustrated by the Schrödinger's cat thought experiment. It suggests that the act of observation can affect the outcome of an event at the quantum level. Does this mean that reality, at its most fundamental level, is shaped by our observation? It's a question that continues to puzzle scientists and philosophers alike. You might wonder, how does all this abstract quantum weirdness relate to our everyday reality? While these effects are most noticeable at the microscopic level, they lay the foundation for the larger world we experience. They challenge us to rethink our notions of reality, causality, and even consciousness. Quantum theory thus presents a reality that's dynamic and probabilistic, contrasting starkly with the predictable, deterministic world of classical physics. This has led some to propose that reality might be more of a tapestry woven from probabilities than a single unchanging narrative. The philosophical implications of quantum physics are immense. If reality at the quantum level is so fluid and interconnected, could the same be true for the reality we experience daily? Are the solid objects and fixed events we perceive just a convenient illusion, masking a much more dynamic and interconnected universe? This brings us to the limitations of our perception. Just as a radio can only tune into certain frequencies, our senses might be equipped to perceive only a fraction of the universe's true nature. What lies beyond our sensory perception could be realms of reality that are as strange and wondrous as the quantum world. Quantum physics not only revolutionizes our understanding of the microscopic world, but also invites us to question the very fabric of our perceived reality. We might find that the nature of reality is far more intricate and interconnected than we ever imagined. Consciousness is one of the great mysteries of science and philosophy. It's the essence of our being, the I am experience. It's not just about being awake, it's about being aware, being able to experience and reflect on the world around us. But how does this consciousness arise, and how does it shape our reality? Our brain is a masterful interpreter. Every moment, it processes a flood of sensory data, filters it, and creates a coherent picture of the world. Neuroscientists like Anil Seth argue in works like Being You that what we perceive is a controlled hallucination, a reality constructed by the brain from incomplete sensory inputs. Perception is not just about gathering data, it's about interpretation. This means our reality is subjective. For instance, how we perceive color or sound can vary dramatically from person to person. It's not just about the external world, but about how our brains and minds interpret that world. Our emotions and memories play a crucial role in perception. They color our experiences and can alter how we perceive reality. A happy memory can make a familiar place glow with warmth, while a sad one can cast a shadow over it. Our current emotional state can even change how we perceive colors and sounds. Given this, it's not a stretch to say that each of us lives in a slightly different reality. The world as I perceive it, filled with my interpretations, emotions, and memories, is unique to me. The same is true for you. We're all experiencing our own version of reality, constructed by our brains. Consider the limitations of our senses. They provide us with a useful but limited representation of the world. For instance, we see only a tiny fraction of the electromagnetic spectrum. What we perceive as reality is really just a small slice of what's out there. What lies beyond our sensory perception? Technologies like telescopes and microscopes have expanded our view, but there's still so much that remains unseen, unfelt, unheard. This begs the question, what aspects of reality are we missing simply because we lack the senses to perceive them? While our individual realities are unique, we also share a common reality. Through communication and shared experiences, we build a collective understanding of the world. This shared reality is vital for our survival as a species and forms the basis of our societies and cultures. Exploring human consciousness and perception reveals a fascinating truth. Our experience of reality is a complex interplay between the world around us and our internal interpretation of it. Imagine you're just a brain floating in a vat connected to a supercomputer that simulates your entire reality. This thought experiment, known as Brain in a Vat, challenges the idea of a physical reality. How do you know if your experiences are real or just electrical impulses fed to your brain? It's a modern twist on Descartes' skepticism, questioning the certainty of our experiences. Next, let's turn to Schrödinger's cat, a famous thought experiment from quantum mechanics. A cat is placed in a box with a radioactive atom that might kill it. Until you open the box, the cat is both alive and dead, according to quantum theory. This paradox illustrates the strange reality of quantum superposition and challenges our everyday understanding of life and death. Consider the ship of Theseus, an ancient thought experiment. If you replace every part of a ship over time, is it still the same ship? This puzzle explores the nature of identity and change. It asks us to think about what makes something fundamentally itself. Is it its material composition or its form and function? Then there's the trolley problem, a moral thought experiment. A runaway trolley is heading towards 5 people tied to the tracks. You can pull a lever to switch the trolley to another track, but it will kill one person there. Do you pull the lever? This experiment probes our moral decision-making and the philosophical debate between utilitarianism and deontological ethics. Let's revisit Plato's allegory of the cave. Prisoners in a cave believe shadows cast on a wall are reality. When one prisoner is freed and sees the outside world, he realizes the shadows are mere illusions. This allegory asks us to consider how our perception might be limited or manipulated, and what reality truly is. Finally, let's explore the multiverse theory, a concept that extends beyond the familiar universe. It proposes the existence of multiple, perhaps infinite, universes, each with different laws of physics. This mind-bending concept expands our understanding of reality, suggesting that our universe might just be one of many. From questioning the nature of objective reality to delving into the mysteries of quantum physics, from understanding the intricate role of our consciousness and perception in shaping our world to engaging with mind-bending thought experiments, we've ventured far beyond the ordinary, embracing the unknown and valuing the richness of diverse perspectives. This exploration has been more than an intellectual pursuit. It's a reminder that our perception of reality is a dynamic interplay of the world around us and our internal consciousness. As we part, take these ideas with you. Let them inspire and challenge you. And remember, perhaps our truest understanding of reality lies beyond this life. Maybe, in the moment of our final passage, we encounter the ultimate revelation of existence, seeing reality in its fullest form. Until that moment, continue to explore, question, and marvel at the endless wonders of our universe.